Dear friends, today we are going to see the numericals on the stiffening girder and how to calculate the shear force, how to calculate the bending moment, how to calculate the reactions of the stiffening girder. So what is the role of stiffening girder? So stiffening girder provides a stiffness to the suspension bridge, and the suspension cable provided over the top of the bridge reduces the bending moment in the stiffening girder. Okay, so already we have seen the role of stiffening girder and working of the stiffening girder. Again, I will just brief about the load transfer in this suspension bridge. Now, let us say this is the deck slab of the bridge. This is the stiffening girder. This is the support. That is, these are the towers of support provided by the towers. These are the suspenders which is connected between stiffening girder and main suspension cable. This is the suspension cable which is supported over the tower. Now see how the load transfer will happen here. This is the vehicle. Now the vehicle will transfer its load to the deck slab. Then from deck slab it will be transferred to the stiffening girder. Then from stiffening girder it will be transferred to the main suspension cable through these suspenders, and then this suspension cable will transfer it to the tower and the anchor cable. Okay, so now in this numerical or in this type of numerical you will be asked to find out the shear force and bending moment in the stiffening girder. Now if you see the free body diagram of the stiffening girder, see when we will analyze this, we will analyze the suspension cable separately and stiffening girder separately. Okay, so if you separate this in suspension bridge problem, you will be asked to find out the shear force in the stiffening girder, bending moment in the stiffening girder, and tension in the suspension cable as well as its slope. Okay, so now I have separated the suspension cable and the stiffening girder. So we will analyze the stiffening girder separately and suspension cable separately. So now consider the free body diagram of stiffening girder. So how many forces are there which is acting on this stiffening girder? See, this W1 and W2, this is the load of vehicle on the deck slab. Then this is the reaction RA, this is reaction RB. Then the upward thrust which is provided by the suspenders. Now the suspenders are going to take the load in upward direction. So let us say this load is in the form of UDL, and let us say it is WE, W suffix E, Newton per kilonewton per meter. Okay. So now when I will analyze this stiffening girder with load in both the direction, upward as well as downward direction. So for the sake of simplicity, I will split into two parts. In one part, I will consider only downward load, that is W1 and W2, external load acting on the stiffening girder or suspension bridge, you can say. And in the second case, I will consider only this UDL, that is load taken by the suspenders, that is UDL WE. So this WE I have considered here separately, and this W1 and W2, that is external load acting on the stiffening girder, I will consider separately. So now when suppose I have to calculate a shear force at a distance x in this main stiffening girder will be equal to shear force due to this external load plus shear force due to this UDL or upward thrust created by the suspenders W. Okay, the addition we have to take from this both the cases or this both the parts. Okay, I will consider this is A and consider this is B. Okay, so now for first case, how will you calculate the reaction? So we will consider part A of the stiffening girder first, and we will calculate the reaction and shear. Or calculate the reaction first. So for that, we will take the moment at A. So RB dash multiplied by L, then minus W2 multiplied by B minus W1 multiplied by A equal to 0. So if you solve this, you will get W2 into B plus W1 into A divided by L. So this is RB. So if you want to calculate RA, so it is total load W2 minus plus W1 minus RB. You can calculate RA and RB like that. For the first part, when we have considered only external load acted on the stiffening girder. Now second case of this UDL, that is upward thrust provided by the suspenders, WE. So now this is total span is your L and this is WE. Now as this WE is in upward direction, this reaction RA1 and RA1 and RB1 both will act in downward direction. Okay, so take the moment at A and equate it to 0 to calculate RB. So this is just simply supported beam provided with the UDL. So if you solve this, you will get RA1 is equal to RB1 is equal to WL by 2, because total load is WE suffix multiplied by L divided by 2. W multiplied by L, and as it is symmetrical, so half will be on this side and half will be on this side. So RA is equal to RB1, RA1 is equal to RB1 is equal to WE into L divided by 2. So now here suppose I want to calculate the shear force at any location X. So shear force at X, any location X. How will you calculate the shear force at any location X? So it is downward. So this is my section. Now I have to calculate the shear force at this location. So how many forces are there on left side? This RA, which is downward, and this WE multiplied by X, which is upward. So RA1 is WL by 2, which is downward. So I will write it minus, and this is this WE multiplied by X, which is upward, so plus. So if you take WE or minus WE outside the integration, so this will become L minus X, L by 2 minus X. Okay, so this is shear force at X. So for this UDL, shear force at X minus WE into bracket L by 2 minus X. Suppose I want to calculate the bending moment at any location X. Bending moment at any location X. This is minus. We will just highlight it. Then bending moment at any location X. So here suppose I want to calculate the bending moment. So bending moment will be equal to RA1 multiplied by X and this WE multiplied by X into X by 2. Okay. So RA1 is WL by 2 multiplied by X, and it will cause anti-clockwise movement, so minus. Then this will cause a clockwise movement, so plus. WE into X square divided by 2. WE multiplied by X into X by 2. It will cause a clockwise movement. Now take the common outside of the integration. This is W. X is also common. 2 is also common. So here it is L. X is out of the integration, 2 is also out of the bracket. So here it is only L minus here it is only X. So bending moment at any location in this UDL will be equal to bending moment at X is equal to minus W into X divided by 2 into bracket L minus X. Okay. Now in your problem of stiffening girder, this case will be different. Means this W1 now it is point load. Sometimes they will give you the UD uniformly distributed load. Or now this W1 is at this distance A1, so distance may change, number of load will also change. So this external load acting on this stiffening girder will be different, but load transferred by the suspender to the suspension cable, which will be in the form of UDL, always. It will be always in the form of UDL. So this will not change. So this reaction I1 will also not change. This will be WE into L divided by 2. So this shear force formula and bending moment formula will also remain same. So shear force at X minus WE into bracket L by 2 minus X bracket complete. Bending moment at any location into X, it will be equal to minus W1 minus W into X divided by 2 into bracket L minus X. So don't forget to write suffix E. Okay. So I have taken this as a WE. Now what is next? Suppose I want to calculate this bending moment or shear force at any location in stiffening girder X. स्टिफनिंग गर्डरच्या कोणत्याही एका पॉइंटला मला शेअर फोर्स कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा असेल तर शेअर फोर्स ड्यू टू दिस गिवन लोड प्लस शेअर फोर्स ड्यू टू दिस UDL, त्या दोघांचीही तुम्हाला काय करायला लागेल, ॲडिशन करायला लागेल. ओके. सो first of all we will complete this one. So now we have derived the general equation for the shear force at X and bending moment at X. Suppose we want to calculate the maximum shear force for this UDL, for the second case B, this will be equal to WEL divided by 2, because this is simply supported beam and maximum shear force will be at this support W, and that is equal to RA1 minus WE into L divided by 2. No need to write the sign, we will just check the bending magnitude. And what will be the maximum bending moment? So maximum bending moment, if you consider for this UDL, you know that maximum bending moment is at the center. For UDL with the simply supported beam, maximum bending moment is at the center, and it is calculated as WE into L square divided by 8. This is the formula, WL square divided by 8. Okay. So this is for this second case. Now what will be the shear force in the stiffening girder? It will be equal to shear force due to given load, shear force due to given load means shear force due to these loads, and it may vary. आता याच्यासाठी कोणता फॉर्म्युला डेव्हलप करण्यात काही अर्थ नाही, कारण इथला हा लोड चेंज होऊ शकतो, इथला UDL चेंज होऊ शकतो. त्यामुळे इथे जसे आपण फॉर्म्युला केले त्या सेकंड केससाठी तसं इथं फॉर्म्युला घेण्याची गरज नाही. सो मी फक्त शेअर फोर्स ड्यू टू गिवन लोड असंच जनरल इक्वेशन आपण लिहू, प्लस शेअर फोर्स ड्यू टू दिस UDL. सो नाउ व्हाट इज शेअर फोर्स ड्यू टू UDL at X? We are calculating at X, at any point X. So shear force at X, this is minus WL into bracket L by 2 minus X. Okay, so this is shear force due to this UDL. The shear force at X will be equal to shear force due to given load minus WL WE into bracket L by 2 minus X. So this is for the shear force. So what is the bending moment at X? They asked to calculate, suppose they asked to calculate the bending moment at X. So how will you calculate bending moment at X? So bending moment at X will be equal to shear force due to given load plus, not shear force, we are going to calculate bending moment. So bending moment at X is equal to bending moment due to given load plus bending moment due to this UDL. So bending moment due to this UDL at any point X is equal to, this bending moment X is equal to minus WE into X divided by 2 into bracket L minus X. So minus WE into X divided by 2 into bracket L minus X. Okay. So this is how you can calculate the shear force at stiffening girder at any point, as well as bending moment in the stiffening girder at any point. Okay. So this formula you have to remember. Now next, suppose they ask to find out the tension in the cable, or suppose they ask to find out this horizontal thrust. So we have already covered that. If the UDL is there, see, now this suspension cable is subjected to UDL of magnitude WE, of magnitude WE. So this WE is suppose known to you, then you can calculate this value of H directly, that is WL square by 8H formula. The formula is there, WL square divided by 8H. VA can be calculated as WL by 2, VB will be also calculated as WL by 2. Suppose they are asked to find out the maximum tension in the cable, so Tmax formula is also there. So Tmax formula you can use, it is under root Vmax square plus H square. So Vmax is nothing but the WL by 2, that is equal to VA. Okay. So this is how you have to solve this numerical. So we will solve a numerical on this suspension bridge. So I will read the numerical for you. I have already given this copy on the model. You can see only one correction is there, that the copy which is already uploaded on the model, there the span given is 12 meter in the PDF. The actual span is actually 120 meter. So please note that corrections, otherwise you will confuse. Okay. So I will read the numerical. A suspension bridge of a 12 meter span has two 3-hinged stiffening girders supported by the two cables having a central deep of 12 meter. See, the span of the bridge is 120 meter. In the PDF it is given as a 12 meter, but actually it is 120 meter. So please do this correction. The supported bridge, suspension bridge of span is 120 meter, has two stiffening girder, two 3-hinge stiffening girder. So you can see here, two 3-hinge stiffening girder. So one girder is on one end and second girder is on another end. So this is one girder and this is girder number 2. Okay, supported by two cables. So this is one cable and this is two cables. So see, I have shown this elevation. Here you are going to see only one cable, but if you see the cross section of the rod, so these are the two cables on two edges of the rod. Two cables having central deep of 12 meters. See, this central deep is 12 meter. It will be better if you keep this copy in front of you, so it will be better for your understanding. Okay. So the rod has a width of 6 meters. So roadway width is 6 meters. So this is 6 meter. Okay. The dead load on bridge is 5 kilonewton per meter square. Dead load on bridge is 5 kilonewton per meter square. The live load on bridge is 10 kilonewton per meter square. This is 10 kilonewton per meter square, but it is acted on the left half of the span. So live load is not applied on the full span of the bridge. It is applicable only for the left half. Means total is 120. So left half means it is acted on the 60 meter span from the left end. Now determine the shear force and bending moment in the girder. We have to calculate the shear force and bending moment in the girder at a 30 meter from the left end. Find also the maximum tension in the cable for position of live load. For this given position of live load, you have to calculate the maximum tension in the cable. Now see, I have already given, we have briefed about this type of numericals in the starting of the lecture. So we will consider this cable part separately and the stiffening girder part separately. So this is the stiffening girder. Okay. So the load is given, it is in the form of load per meter square, means kilonewton per meter square. Live load is also there in 10 kilonewton per meter square. So we should know this load in the form of UDL, uniformly distributed load. So how will you calculate this load in UDL? or how will we calculate the load on the stiffening girder? So this 5 kilonewton per meter square, it is acted on this entire surface. हा जो लोड इथे दिलेला आहे 5 kilonewton per meter square and 10 kilonewton per meter square, हा ब्रिजचा जो डेक स्लॅब आहे त्याच्यावरचा लोड आहे. म्हणजे स्टिफनिंग गर्डरवर लोड किती येईल तर आपल्याला तो कॅल्क्युलेट करावा लागेल. सो दिस फर्स्ट वी विल कॅल्क्युलेट द डेड लोड ऑन द स्टिफनिंग गर्डर. ओके, so it is intensity is 5 kilonewton per meter square. What is the width of bridge? It is 6 meter. So total load, dead load is 5 multiplied by 6. This is 30 kilonewton per meter. So total किती झाला? So this 5 kilonewton per meter square and this 6 is the width in meter. So kilonewton per meter square multiplied by meter, so it will be kilonewton per meter. Now it is supported by 2 stiffening girder. ये 2 stiffening girder तो हा total 30 kilonewton support करता है. मग एका स्टिफनिंग गर्डरवर किती येईल तर 30 divided by 2. So dead load on each girder (15 kilonewton per meter square). I have shown here. This dead load is fully applied over this span, so it is 15 kilonewton per meter square. Next is live load. Okay, so for live load is applied on the left half, only left half of the bridge. So it is applied only for the 60 meter span. So total span is 120 meter. So for this live load, again it is in the form of kilonewton per meter square. So 10 multiplied by this width, it is 60 on each girder. 60 हा दोन्ही गर्डरवरचा लोड आहे. एका गर्डरवर येणार आहे 60 divided by 2, 30 kilonewton per meter. So I have shown here. Okay, so this is first simple calculations of the load. Now next we will follow the procedure for the calculation of shear force and bending moment in the stiffening girder. So first we will calculate shear force and bending moment in the stiffening girder, and then we will calculate the tension in the cable. Okay, so we have seen that, see, bending moment in the stiffening girder will be equal to bending moment in the stiffening girder due to given load, that is this 15 kilonewton and 30, plus bending moment in the stiffening girder due to this UDL WE. Okay, म्हणजे आपल्याला काय करायचं, सेपरेट कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं. जसं आपण गेल्या वेळी 2 सेपरेट बीम घेतली तसं आपल्याला सेपरेट कन्सिडर करायचं. UDL सेपरेट कन्सिडर करायचंय आणि हा जो खाली दिलेला लोड आहे म्हणजे हा WE सेपरेट कन्सिडर करायचा आहे आणि हा लोड जो आहे 15 आणि 30 हा सेपरेट कन्सिडर करायचा आहे आणि बेंडिंग मोमेंट कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे. ओके, सो फर्स्ट वी विल कन्सिडर ओनली गिवन लोड अँड विल कॅल्क्युलेट द रिॲक्शन. पहिला फक्त हा जो दिलेला लोड आहे तोच फक्त कन्सिडर करायचा आणि रिॲक्शन कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं. त्या ठिकाणी ही WE घ्यायचा नाही. ओके, सो कॅल्क्युलेट RA dash and RB dash for this given load. आता मी हे डायग्राम परत काढणार नाहीये, फक्त लोड आपण फक्त सेपरेट घ्यायचे. हा लोड 15 आणि 30 एका वेळी आणि WE एका वेळी. ओके, RA and RB dash. This is center of span A, B, C. Here is also one hinge. So this is 3 stiffening girder. So one hinge is at A, at B second hinge, and at C third hinge. So calculation of RA dash and RB dash. So we will take the moment about A and we will calculate the RB. RB dash multiplied by 120 minus 15 multiplied by 120 divided by multiplied by 120 by 2 minus 30 multiplied by 60 into 60 by 2 equal to 0. So we get RB dash is equal to, so RB dash is 1350. Now next is RA dash. So it's a total load minus RB dash. Total load is 30 into 60 plus 15 into 120 minus 1350. So it is 2250 kilo. Okay. So reaction we have calculated. Reaction due to is given load. So now when I have to calculate the reaction due to reaction in the stiffening girder, so it will be equal to reaction due to, suppose I have to calculate the shear force at any location in this beam, so it will be equal to shear force due to given load plus shear force due to this WE. So त्यासाठी तुम्हाला काय कॅल्क्युलेट करायला लागेल, तर WE ची व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला कॅल्क्युलेट करायला लागेल. You should know what is WE. Okay, because you want to calculate the shear force bending moment due to WE. So how will you calculate? So for that we'll use this characteristics of this internal hinge C. So as there is hinge at C, so bending moment at C should be equal to 0. So I will take the bending moment at C. I will consider the right side of the portion. So how many forces are there? So this RB is there. Sorry, RB dash is there. Then this UDL 15 kN per meter is also there, and this W is also there. Okay, so we will consider this separately. Bending moment at C will be equal to bending moment due to given load plus bending moment due to WE. Bending moment due to given load plus bending moment due to WE. So now bending moment due to given load. So what is given load? Now see, this 15 and 30 is given load. So we are considering point C and consider the right side of the C. So it is RB dash multiplied by distance 60, and it is going to cross anti-clockwise movement. Anti-clockwise on the right side, positive. Then this 15 into 60 by 2. This will cause a clockwise movement. So clockwise on the right side, negative. So this is bending moment due to given load. So what about the bending moment due to WE? So this is WE. Bending moment due to WE. Now earlier we have seen, if the UDL is there, WE, so bending moment at any point, we have derived one formula for that. So bending moment at any point in the beam when it is subjected to UDL, so it is equal to WE into X divided by 2 into bracket L minus X. So now we are considering at the center of the beam, bending moment at the C. So bending moment at the center of beam when it is subjected to UDL, it is nothing but a WL square divided by 8. Beam जर आहे आणि सब UDL आहे आणि सेंटरला तुम्हाला बेंडिंग मोमेंट कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे. बेंडिंग मोमेंट ड्यू टू UDL इट विल बी इक्वल टू WL स्क्वेअर डिवाइडेड बाय 8. कारण आपला जो C पॉइंट आहे हा कुठे आहे, सेंटरला आहे. सो आपण डायरेक्टली WL स्क्वेअर डिवाइडेड बाय 8 घेतला तरी चालेल. ओके, but the total bending moment at C in the stiffening girder should be equal to 0 because there is internal hinge. So total bending moment किती येणार आहे, तो 0 येणार आहे कारण इथं काय आहे, C पॉइंटला इंटरनल हिंज आहे. फक्त UDL कन्सिडर केला तर तो येणार आहे WL स्क्वेअर डिवाइड बाय 8. फक्त गिवन लोड कन्सिडर केला तर तुमची ही व्हॅल्यू येणार आहे, RB into 60 minus 15 into 60 into 60 divided by 2. टोटल त्याची बेरीज 0 आली पाहिजे. ओके, so now if you substitute all the values over here and if you calculate the WE, you will get WE is equal to 30 kilonewton per meter. It will be equal to 30 kilonewton per meter. Because RB is known to you, it is 1350 and all other values are there. We just want to calculate WE. So WE is 30. Now next point is your calculation of shear force and bending moment. Okay. In the problem they have asked to find out the shear force at a distance 30 meter from left end and bending moment at a distance 30 meter from the left end. I will check the distance is correct. Yes. Sorry. 30 meter from the left end. So shear force. So first output shear force at 30 meter is equal to shear force due to given load plus shear force due to WE. So we will consider separately this WE separately and this UDL separately. So shear force due to this given load. So this is my point. Given load is this 30 and 50. I will consider the left side of the portion. Okay. So RA is upward, RA dash upward, downward this 15 into this distance is 30 meter, and this 30 into distance is 30 meter. Here they have asked to find out the shear force at 30 meter. If you substitute value of RA dash, that is 2250, 2250, you can calculate the shear force and it comes to 0. The shear force at 30 meter is equal to 0. Next, sorry, so this is shear force due to given load. We have not substituted the value of shear force due to W. So now how will you calculate the shear force due to W? So we have derived one formula for it. If the UDL is there, WE, and you want to calculate a shear force at any location S, X, so that formula is derived in the starting of the lecture. That is minus WE into bracket L by 2 minus X. Okay. So now just substitute all the values. So W is 30, L is 120 divided by 2, X is 30. Now this comes to 3. Okay. Now see, you should know this formula, you have to remember this formula. In case if you forgot this formula, then you have to apply the principle of equilibrium and you just have to calculate the value of this shear force due to UD. Okay. This is shear force. Next, bending moment at 30 meter. So again bending moment due to given load plus bending moment due to WE. So bending moment due to bending moment due to given load. Given load is 15, 30 and this RA dash. So RA dash चा moment काय येणार आहे बघा? RA dash multiplied by 30 and it is clockwise, so positive. Then this 15 into 30 into 30 by 2, it is minus because it is anti-clockwise. Then this 30 into 30 into 30 by 2. Bending moment 30 into 30 by 2. Then bending moment due to WE. Again we have derived one more formula to calculate the bending moment due to WE. So that is WE into X divided by 2 into bracket L minus X into bracket L minus X. Just substitute all the other values. 2250 into 30 minus 15 into 30 into 15 minus 30 into 30 into 15. W is 30, X is also 30, divided by 2, 120 minus 30, bracket complete. So bending moment at 30 meter is equal to 6750 kilonewton meter. Okay. So this is how we can calculate the shear force and bending moment at any point in the stiffening girder. Okay. Now next part, third point is they have asked to find out the tension in the cable. So for that you have to calculate first VA and VB, VA, VB and H. या तीन प्रॉपर्टी तुम्हाला सगळ्यात पहिला कॅल्क्युलेट करायला लागेल. सो VA काय येणार आहे? सो दिस केबल इज सब्जेक्टेड टू UDL. UDL चा मॅग्निट्यूड काय आहे? WE, that is 30 kilonewton for our case now. So VA is equal to VB is equal to WL by 2. So W is 30, L is 120 divided by 2. So it is 1800. Okay. Then what about H? H is WL square divided by 8H. WL square divided by 8H. This formula we have derived. If the UDL is there, then H horizontal thrust can be calculated in the suspension cable by this formula WL square divided by 8H. So W is 30, L is 120 square divided by 8, and H is your deep, that is 12 meter. So that is 4500. Next, they are asked to find out the maximum tension in the cable and its location. So Tmax. So Tmax formula, it is Vmax square plus H square. So Vmax, that is shear force maximum. So shear force maximum will be at this center and it will be equal to V. H is also there. So Tmax is 46.64 kilometers. Tmax cos theta. Now we want to calculate the theta. So we will calculate this. Tmax cos theta is equal to H. So 48 Tmax 4846.64. H is 4500. We can calculate the theta. It is equal to 21.80. Okay. So this is how we can solve this numerical on the stiffening girder. So this sum will be asked in the university exam for 12 marks. Sometimes it may be for 10 marks. Okay. So try to solve this numerical. Similar examples, याच्या सर्किट सिमिलर एक्झाम्पल्स तुम्हाला असाइनमेंटमध्ये दिलेले आहेत. दोन एक्झाम्पल्स या सेम बेसिक्सवर असाइनमेंटमध्ये आहेत. ते सोडवण्याचा प्रयत्न करा. इफ यू आर हॅव्हिंग एनी डाऊट यू कॅन आस्क मी. You can send me your queries to WhatsApp, or you can call me in case of any doubts or queries. Okay, thank you.